Hello, and welcome to another edition of our Journey to Financial Freedom. I am Sheila Wilkinson-Sanders, and we have been on this journey to building wealth. We've been talking about moving from being an employee to being an entrepreneur, to being a business owner, to being an investor. And many of you have been saying, I get this, that I need to be a business owner, but I don't really know what business to start. I don't really know what it is that I need to be doing. And I understand that. I understand that. And I want you to understand that many, many people go through that. They understand that that's something they need to do to move toward being financially free, but they're not sure exactly what it is that they need to be doing. And I will tell you that for me, it was a journey that took many years. And when it finally happened, it wasn't something that I was actually pursuing. It was something that God was telling me to do for a long time, but I wasn't listening. I was talking to Him all the time instead of listening to what He was saying. And for me, I had to go to a very low point, a very dark point in my life to realize what my purpose was in life. I thought I had arrived. I had the great job. I had, the six-figure income. I had the great family life. I traveled the world. I did what I wanted. And I thought I was where I was supposed to be, but I wasn't. And so I encourage each of you to go within, to spend some quiet time with your God, with your higher being, whatever that is, to determine why you're here. What is your real purpose in life? It's not unusual. I don't want you to feel slighted. I don't want you to feel bad, feel like, oh my God, I haven't determined that and I'm whatever I am. Because some people go through their whole life not realizing what their purpose is or not realizing that purpose to completion. And I want you to also understand that it's a process and it's not something that happens overnight. And so for me, it didn't happen overnight. Once I realized that I needed to be doing something different than what I was doing, again, God had to knock me on the ground and just take it away from me for me to get to the point that I had to sit back and think about what it was I was supposed to be doing in my life. And then it was a transitional process for me to go from realizing that I was not fulfilling my purpose. And I was always a God-fearing woman. I went to church. I worked in the church. I volunteered in the church. I believed in God. I prayed every day. I did what I believed was the right thing. I did what my parents raised me to do. But I wasn't fulfilling my purpose in life. And once I understood that, I still wasn't totally fulfilling my purpose in life. I started going down the road in preparation for where I ultimately need to be. And I'm still not there. It's still a daily process with me. It's a daily spiritual process. It's a daily working process. And it's also something that in many cases is very scary to understand the weight of the situation. Because I understand that my purpose in life is not only to bless me, not only to bless my God, but to bless others. And so understanding the weight of that and the responsibility of that can be overwhelming at times. And so as I put my life plan on paper and I review my life plan At times, it just brings tears to my eyes to understand what God put on me and what God expects of me. And so I want each of you to go into your quiet space, into your quiet closet, and to start to meditate on why you're here. Why are you on this earth? What is your real purpose in life? And as you start to come to that realization, you'll start to understand what those businesses are that you need to pursue, what those multiple streams of income are you're supposed to pursue, how you get from where you are right now to that point of freedom. And that freedom is a life freedom, which includes financial freedom. You'll start to realize. I had a situation recently where a client came to me and they had come from a workshop. And in this workshop, the speaker had indicated that his goal was to get to the point that he had income from real estate on a monthly basis of approximately $70,000 a month. $70,000 a month. And he said, that's what I want to do, Sheila. I want to get to that point. And I said, why? I said, what in the heck are you going to do with $70,000 a month? And he said, well, I don't know, but I know I can figure out something to do with it. And so I said to him, what is your purpose in life? And he got very quiet. And I said, that's what you need to figure out. You need to figure out what is it ultimately. What is your ultimate goal? And not what your personal ultimate goal is, but what is the ultimate goal for you in life? What is it that you are supposed to accomplish in life? Once you figure that out, then you back into what it is that you need financially in order to satisfy that purpose in life. Now, I know for some of you, you're probably thinking, okay, Sheila, you sort of gone a little bit over where I thought you were going to go. But it really is where we all need to go in order to really be financially free. I talk all the time about three things. I always say three things at the end of each video. Stay faithful, stay focused, stay committed. And I say that because as we go on through this journey called life, on many occasions, those are the three things that we lose. We lose faith. Whenever something happens, when things don't go the way that we think they should go, we lose faith. We lose faith in ourselves. We lose faith in our God because we believe that God has forsaken us. We lose commitment. We lose commitment in what it is that we're pursuing because we want to give up. It's the easy thing to do, right? To just give up on that. Let me take another route. Let me go some different way. But if you stay faithful and you stay focused, and it's hard sometimes to stay focused. It's easy to lose focus and to focus on other things that come up in the day or during the week or during the month. It's really easy to do that. But if you stay faithful to what your ultimate purpose is, stay faithful to your God and believe that everything that He does for a reason. I believe everything that happens is a learning moment. And when you're at those low points, those are really when you need to pay attention to those learning moments. Because God is knocking you in the head and putting something really, really important on your spirit. So if you stay faithful and you stay focused, and it's hard sometimes to stay focused because there's all these things that are going on around you to help you to make you lose focus. And that's why it's really important to put your plans on paper so you have something to focus on, right? Because even when you think you know it and you have it in your head, it's really easy to lose that focus in it. And while you're staying focused on it, you got to stay committed to it. So I hope that this discussion has been helpful to you. I hope that you do those things to stay faithful, focused, and committed. And I hope you don't get discouraged in the process. And I hope for each of you that haven't quite determined what that plan is, what that purpose is, that you start to understand why you're here and what it is ultimately that you're supposed to do. I'm Sheila Wilkinson-Sanders, and I hope you have a wonderfully blessed and supreme day.